Imagine if every single human you see today is you. All human life throughout humanity's history were all you. You've lived them all, but just through different lenses. It's a theory that states that you are one with every life in the universe. Everyone alive is you, everyone dead is you, everyone yet to be born is you. You've lived them all, you are living them all, and you will live them all. This is a theory of the egg universe. So let's talk about it. To paint this picture, let us assume that your life, as you know it, began like 30 years ago in a random hospital somewhere in Australia. You've lived an average life. You have a loving wife and 3 kids. One day, you step out for work and you don't return. You were involved in an accident. It was a hit and run. Paramedics didn't make it on time and that cuts your life short. That's not the end for you though. As a matter of fact, it's just another beginning, one of many. So you get reincarnated as a baby in the year 1862. You don't remember anything from your past life and you just start the cycle all over again. You grow up, maybe you live an extraordinary life, you die, then you get reincarnated in Japan. It's the year 1935. You are born into a kind, loving family and you are only age 10 when the sky turns white and the heat vaporizes you and everything you know and love. America had just dropped a bomb on your hometown of Hiroshima. You get reincarnated around 300,000 years ago as one of the planet's first evolved humans. At this time, you live somewhere in Africa, maybe around Morocco, and your life isn't too different from that of your ape-like parents. You make crude tools, you hunt, you gather food and materials until eventually you perish. After dying, you time travel forward to be reincarnated again as another human at one point in time. While you don't remember your former life, any action you make will affect a version of you nonetheless. As a matter of fact, on your 187,243rd reincarnation, you live a life of an armed robber. You just robbed a local bank and on your escape route, you hit a 30-year-old Australian and you drove off before anyone could notice. You made it to your hideout successfully though, but you are shot dead shortly after by one of your accomplices. He's just another version of you from a different reincarnation. They split the cash and they flee in another getaway vehicle. Just another one of your life ended by another one of your life. After dying, you are reincarnated as the second human in existence. Eventually, you will come back as the third, and then the fourth, and the fifth, and so on, living the life of every single human that has ever walked the face of the earth or that will ever walk the face of the earth, intertwined in the web of what we call life. It will be impossible to account for every single life you will live due to the web-like structure of your reincarnation. But what we can do though is account for every single life you've lived right from the first human in existence up until the year 2025. So let's only focus on these lives for now and disregard anything that falls outside of this year using a linear time scale. Now, going by this logic, we can assume that everyone that's currently alive or dead is a version of you from different times in our close past. If you line all these life end to end, you would have lived about 4 trillion years in total. And since you only record the life you are currently living, your memory does not carry the weight of the entire human's history with you. However, each of your previous lifetimes still have impact on your future selves. Sometimes your influence on the world is obvious and noticeable, like the time you were Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, Cleopatra, Marie Curie, Newton, Aristotle, Martin Luther King, an upcoming YouTuber trying to make people happy, Mandela, Napoleon, or even the Austrian painter. These major historical figures only account for a tiny fraction of your existence. Instead, your existence consists mostly of ordinary lives filled with everyday tasks like eating, laughing, walking, worrying, walking, talking, dancing, and even drinking. I should probably be a rapper, because right now I'm spitting bars. Over the course of your entire existence, you would have devoted 20% of your total 4 trillion years raising children, passing down cultural values and shaping the future generations. And that's only possible because you spent 1.5 billion years in total having sex. And another 250 million on childbirth. In some life, you are raising great and powerful generation, and in some, you are dismantling cultures and life through conquest and colonization. In other life, you endure invaders that come to claim your homes, while in others, you are the invaders coming to claim other people's homes. In about 1% of your total life, you have been afflicted with malaria or smallpox, while in others, you treat these conditions, saving countless versions of yourself. In the earliest chapters of human history, life was brief and your influence was often limited to those closest to you. But as time passed, Lifespan gradually increased and Earth's population grew, allowing each life to stretch further and reach wider. In fact, a third of all of human life lived so far has only occurred since the year 120 AD, and 25% of your life has existed since the year 1750 AD. The growth is exponential. These more recent centuries have brought extraordinary changes such as technological breakthroughs, industrial revolution, and a global shift in how we live, work, and connect with each other. You've lived through the birth of steam engines, the rise of electricity, and the building of cities. You've witnessed scientific revolution, world-changing ideas, and moments of great progress, and also moments of great suffering and environmental harm, all through different lenses and different eyes, with each affecting the other in one way or another. Each generation has lived longer, but also faster. Messages that once took months to deliver can now be sent to each other in less than a second. Businesses that used to take generations to build can now be made at the comfort of your home. And wealth that used to take generations to accumulate can now be made in one single lifetime. The comforts available today far surpasses those even known to royalties in the centuries past. Over 100 billion human lives later, and you are currently existing as the youngest person alive as well as the oldest person alive, and everything in between. And yet, despite all the lives that came before, your influence in this current age can be greater than ever. With air travel, you can get across oceans, carrying not only good ideas but also consequences, both helpful and harmful. With the internet, your voice can reach across the planet instantly. Today, you can even hold the power to edit genetic codes of living beings, affecting not only this generation but many yet to come, all through years of science advancements made possible by the numerous lifetimes you've contributed. The power you currently have and control brings immense opportunity, but also immense responsibility. Technologies, if not used correctly, can bring irreversible harm. From nuclear risks to climate change, the challenges we face are complex and global. In this rapidly changing world, it is easier than ever to disrupt what generations before you have built, and just as possible for you to shape a better future for those who are to come after you. Nobody can predict what lies exactly ahead, except the Simpsons. Those guys are on a fucking roll. But one thing that is clear is your choices today matter deeply, and your potential is extraordinary. So in this life, how do you intend to use it? And what can you do today to help create a safer, kinder, and much more helpful future for everyone that is yet to come? How would you make the world better for you? Special thanks to you for watching this video. Special thanks to you for making this video. Special thanks to you for editing this video, because we are all versions of you. So until next time, thank you for watching.